Iceland, a dream fulfilled, our first ever travel film. In the last video, we shared the highlights of our epic journey in Iceland.
Hope you liked that video, and now Iceland is in your bucket list too. If Iceland is in your bucket list, then this video is going to be super helpful for you, and it will help you to create the perfect Iceland itinerary. In this video, we will share a day-by-day itinerary with you, including how far we traveled each day, where we started and ended each day, and most importantly, must visit places. Answer to common questions like how much time it will take to reach that place, how much time we can spend there, what are the things to do there, and what about the entry fee and parking fee. In general, most of the places in Iceland have free entry but paid parking.
The best way to explore Iceland is via road trip. Iceland has a very famous ring road which circles the whole country, and most of the places to visit are nearby ring road only. The ring road in itself is very scenic and is open all year around. The area between the ring road is called highlands. Highlands have lot of raw and untouched landscapes, but the road to highlands is only open during the summers.
Iceland is a country where daylight varies significantly depending on the month. In summer, you can get 24 hours of daylight, whereas in winter, it can be as low as 4 hours of daylight in a day.
Primarily because of this reason, we did our trip from mid-September to early October when we get around 12 to 13 hours of daylight in a day.
And it was one of the best decision as well.
We used to get enough daylight in a day to explore Iceland and also good amount of sleep in the night to explore Iceland the next day. Our itinerary is quite flexible. You can follow it up in any month. Just in winters you will have to skip some places. Before moving ahead, let's get introduced to some of the famous towns of Iceland where we are going to do our night stays during our ring road trip. So our journey will begin from Keflavik, which has the international airport of Iceland. First, we will go to the Reykjavik city, which is the capital of Iceland. And in our epic journey of 4000 kilometers, our stays will be in these towns: Hella, Vik, Jokulsarlon, Hope, Seyðisfjörður, Mývatn, Akureyri, Havamstangi, Bíldudalur, Ólafsvík, Fossatn, and come back to Reykjavik. Icelandic names are really tough. Sorry if I pronounce something wrong.
Every place we visited on this trip was truly worth it. Over our 15 days adventure, we managed to cover incredible 70 plus places. While we would love to share them all, but including every spot in this video will take too much time.
That's why we are going to divide this video into 3 parts. First part, journey from Reykjavik to Hope, Hope to Akureyri, and then Akureyri to Reykjavik.
Yes.
In this video, we will share our journey from Reykjavik to Hope. Our journey will begin from the capital city, Reykjavik. Day 1 we will spend to explore Reykjavik and get adjusted to Icelandic weather. Our first stop on the Icelandic adventure will be Hallgrimskirkja church. The pronunciations are really difficult, that's why we are typing it on the screen. The car parking at this location is free, so you can park your car here, explore the church, and later take some strolls in the streets of Reykjavik. This church is 75 meters tall and visible from the major part of Reykjavik. The design of the church is inspired from the volcanic mountains. You can get some amazing pictures here. Half an hour is enough to explore the area outside church. You can also get inside church before 5 pm. You can pay a fee to get to the top of the church as well, from where you get an amazing view of the city. When we visited, the weather was not that good, so we decided not to go to the top.
So, just a 5 minutes walk from the church takes you to Rainbow Street. This colorful street in Reykjavik perfectly captures Iceland's artistic vibe, energy, and creativity. Walking on this vibrant street is a unique experience. Around here, you will find cozy cafes and local handmade craft shops as well. You can easily spend an hour exploring this area.
After stroll at street, head back to church, pick up your car. 20 minutes of drive will take us to Sky Lagoon. Sky Lagoon is a famous geothermal spa and it gives an authentic Icelandic experience. It is a perfect way to get over your jet lag and relax your body before going to the famous ring road trip. The lagoon is famous for its 7-step ritual in which we get to experience hot water, cold water, and the sauna. Apart from this, the lagoon is famous for its infinity ocean view. Preferably book an evening slot so that you can get to experience an amazing sunset view from here. We recommend to book before visiting so that you can get your preferred slot. The activity costs around 12,000 ISK per person. You can book this activity from the official site of Sky Lagoon, Klug, or Get Your Guide. With this, our day 1 ends and our night stay will be in Reykjavik. Total distance traveled in the day is 20 kilometers. Total distance so far 20 kilometers.
Day 2, and today we are going to cover Iceland's famous Golden Circle. A 40 minutes drive from Reykjavik brings us to our first location, Thingvellir National Park. This park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most unique places in Iceland. The parking fee here is 1000 ISK. Here, you can walk between the tectonic plates and not just walk, you can even swim where the Eurasian and North American plates meet. This place is well known for its natural beauty, lakes, and waterfall. Here, you can find different paths to explore, ranging from 20 minutes walk to 2 hours hike. Sulfur snorkeling is a unique experience which takes about 3 to 4 hours minimum. On this day, we only explored Thingvellir National Park and did a snorkeling activity at the end of our trip.
After Thingvellir, 50 minutes of drive will take us to our next location, which is Gullfoss. The car parking at Gullfoss is totally free. 10 minutes of walk from parking takes us to the first view of the waterfall. To get a close-up view of the waterfall, you need to hike for 15 minutes more. This hike is totally worth it because like going closer you will get a mesmerizing view of the waterfall. Being part of the Golden Circle, you can expect lot of crowd at this waterfall. Nonetheless, this is an amazing waterfall with majestic views. Overall, it will take an hour to cover this place.
A 15 minutes drive from Gullfoss brings us to our next location, Geysir. The parking fee here is 750 ISK. Geysir is a famous geothermal area in Iceland where you can see hot springs and so many geysers. In fact, the geyser in our home gets its name from this place only. There are many geysers here, but the biggest one erupts every 5-10 minutes with a huge blast of water. Please make sure to stick to the dedicated paths and don't get too close to the water, as the geyser water's temperature is between 80 to 100 degrees. This place offers a unique experience, but it can get very crowded. Even so, you will easily find a spot to watch and enjoy the water blast. While you can cover this place in 15 minutes only, but once you see the geyser eruption, you will want to watch it again and again. So you can easily spend close to 1 hour here.
After Geysir, 25 minutes of drive will take us to our next location, which is Bruarfoss. The car parking charges here are 750 ISK. Earlier, this place was only accessible via hike of 3 kilometers, but recently a new road has been constructed. Now it only takes 5 minutes of hike from the car parking. In Icelandic language, Bruar means blue and Foss means waterfall. So as the name suggests, this waterfall is famous for its stunning blue color. You can spend around 30 to 40 minutes at this place.
A 40 minutes drive from Bruarfoss takes us to the last stop of the Golden Circle, which is Kerid Crater. This is one of the Iceland's rare places where parking is free, but there is an entry ticket of 600 ISK per person. Kerid Crater is a beautiful volcanic crater lake in Iceland. You can easily take a 10 minutes walk downhill trek to reach the lake, and stairs are also available to make it easier. And if you want, you can walk around the entire crater as well. On an average, you can spend close to 1 hour time here. After this, a 45 minutes drive takes us to our next destination, which is Hella, where we will stay for the night. And we have completed day 2 here.
Today we traveled 220 kilometers. Total distance so far 240 kilometers. Day 3. Today we are going to cover our journey from Hella to Vik. In this journey we are going to cover lot of waterfalls. So from Hella, 30 minutes of drive will take us to our first waterfall, Gluggafoss. The car parking charges at this waterfall is 750 ISK. This is an offbeat location and it is a 15 to 20 minutes detour from the ring road trip. As this is a detour from the ring road trip, you can expect a very less crowd over here. When we visited this place, this was totally empty and we were the only one at this waterfall.
After a 25 minutes drive from Gluggafoss, we reach our next location, Seljalandsfoss. The parking fee here is 1000 ISK, and it's just a 5 minutes walk from the parking area to the waterfall. This is one of the most famous waterfall in Iceland. The special thing about this waterfall is that you can go behind it, and the view from there is truly unique. If you decided to go behind the waterfall, make sure to go fully prepared. Don't forget your raincoat, rain pants, because they are absolutely necessary here. The waterfall is quite tall, with the water falling from the height of about 200 feet. So getting wet is almost guaranteed. There is also a path leading from behind the waterfall to its base, where the water force is even stronger. If you love adventure, this place is a must visit for you, and you can easily spend about an hour here.
After Seljalandsfoss, 10 minutes walk will take us to a hidden waterfall, which is not a secret anymore and everybody knows about it. The waterfall name is Gljufrabui. The waterfall is hidden in a narrow cave. The path to this waterfall and the waterfall itself is an amazing experience. You can spend around 45 minutes at this waterfall.
After a 15 minutes drive from this place, we reach our next location, Kvernufoss. Parking here is completely free, and from the parking area, it takes a 30 minutes easy hike to reach the waterfall. This waterfall is hidden inside the canyon, and it's a perfect spot for those who want to enjoy Iceland's natural beauty in peace and quiet. The water falls from the height of around 30 meters, and the surrounding mountains, canyon, and greenery make this place even more stunning. You can easily spend about an hour here, admiring the serene beauty of this hidden gem.
From Kvernufoss, 5 minutes drive will take us to our next location, that is Skogafoss. Skogafoss is an iconic waterfall of Iceland and it is one of the most powerful waterfalls of Iceland. The waterfall is 60 meters tall and gives you a stunning view. When you look at this waterfall, it feels like the water is flowing in slow motion. That was an amazing feeling which we cannot express in words. Also, Skogafoss has a very famous story in which it is said that the Vikings have hidden a treasure behind this waterfall. Till date, nobody is able to find that treasure. Would you like to give it a try? You can see this waterfall from the top as well, There is a trail in the side which takes around 30 minutes to reach to top. And from the top, a 13-kilometer long trail begins on which you can enjoy 26 beautiful waterfalls. Though you can spend indefinite amount of time at this place, but if you are not going to the top, 1 hour is enough.
After a 15 minutes drive from Skogafoss, we reach our next location, the plane wreck site. The parking fee here is 1000 ISK. This site is one of the Iceland's famous attractions where a US Navy plane crashed in 1973. The remains of the plane still lie on Black Sand Beach. This location also became popular because the song Gerua from Shah Rukh Khan's movie Dilwale was shot here. The plane wreck site is 4 km from the parking area and there are shuttle services also available. The shuttle runs every hour and the last shuttle is at 5 p.m. in the evening. The shuttle costs 2000 ISK one way and 3500 ISK for a round trip. We walked to the plane wreck from the parking area and enjoyed the scenic beauty. And on the way back, we took the shuttle services, which was quite convenient for us. Honestly, the journey was better than the destination itself because the plane wreck was quite crowded. The trail leading to it was completely empty. It felt like walking in another world. If you take round trip shuttle, it will take close to 2 hours of time here. If you take only one-way shuttle, then it will take nearly 3 hours of time. And without shuttle, it can take minimum 4 to 5 hours to complete the trip. After this, a 20-minute drive will take us to Vik, where we will stay for the night.
Today we traveled 120 kilometers, distance so far 360 kilometers. Day 4. Today we will cover our journey from Vik to Jokulsarlon. This day will begin with a guided tour, that is Katla Ice Cave tour. The tour begins from beautiful town of Vik. First we will ride on a super jeep that will take us near to Katla volcano. From there we go on a short hike of 10 to 15 minutes. On the way, guide keeps us engaged by telling some of the interesting stories. And finally we enter a ice cave. Ice caves are built naturally, that's why it keeps on changing season to season. We did this tour in early October, so we got to see only a small cave, but if you visit in core winters, you can see big caves as well. Overall, this activity takes around 3 to 3.5 hours. For us, the activity costed 55,000 ISK, which is near to 35,000 Indian rupees. Given the cost and size of ice cave, we didn't feel the activity was worth it. After the tour, 15 minutes of drive will take us to our next location, that is Reynisfjara beach. The parking charges here are 1000 ISK. Reynisfjara beach is also known as Black Sand Beach, and this beach is famous for its powerful sneaker waves and beautiful basalt columns. The beach is a perfect place for photograph lovers, but the waves at beach can be quite dangerous. So please keep the safe distance from the ocean. The beach is a popular spot in Iceland, so it can be very crowded. So here is a pro tip for you. Just a 4 to 5 minutes walk on the right side will take you to an empty spot and you can have beach all by yourself. Overall, you can spend around an hour here. After beach, half an hour of drive will take us to our next location, that is Yoda Cave. The place has a small cave whose entrance looks like a Star Wars character, Yoda. That's why this cave is known as Yoda Cave. To go to this cave, we have to take 5 kilometers detour from Ring Road. Moreover, this 5 kilometer patch is a gravel road. You can only spend 15 to 20 minutes on this place. Just for 15-20 minutes, taking a 40-45 minutes detour just didn't feel right. Moreover, when we visited this place, an event's wrap-up was going on, so we didn't have anything to do at this place. From here, 45 minutes of drive will take us to our next location, that is Gokuldham. As we told earlier, Icelandic names are really difficult. For the most difficult ones, we have found easy Indian alternatives. The Icelandic name of this place is Gönguleið Eldhraun.
Gokuldham is better, right?
Yes, so let's keep it Gokuldham only. Gokuldham translates to path through the lava field in English. This lava field was created by the volcanic eruption from 1780s. To explore this place, a small trail has been built on this where we can walk for around 10 to 15 minutes. Again, the aerial view of this location looks like we are walking on a different planet. You can spend around 30 minutes on this place. 10 minutes of drive takes us to our next location, Fjaðrárgljúfur Canyon. We nicknamed this as Fjara Canyon. The parking costs 1000 ISK here. The canyon is 2 kilometers long and 100 meters deep. A dedicated trail is marked here for you to enjoy a short hike. The whole trail is very scenic. You can take lot of photographs on this path. At the end of trail there is a platform from where you can see a waterfall and have a great view of canyon. You can easily spend an hour to two at this place. 2 hours of long drive from here will take us to our next location, that is Jokulsarlon, where we will be spending our night. After covering 260 kilometers distance in this day, our total distance on this trip has crossed 600 mark. Day 5, Jokulsarlon to Hope. In this snowy day, like yesterday, we will again start our day with a guided tour, that is Zodiac boat tour at Jokulsarlon Glacier Lagoon. The parking at lagoon costs 1000 ISK. You can see floating icebergs in this lagoon. The temperature in the area will easily be in negative, so you be better prepared with your clothes. To get a closer look of icebergs, you can do a boat tour. There are two types of boat tour, Ambient and Zodiac. Ambient boat is a big boat in which a large group goes. Zodiac is a small group tour in which you can get very close to the icebergs. In this tour, if you are lucky, you can touch the 1000-year-old ice piece and even taste that if you want. You can book this tour from the official site of Glacier Lagoon. The activity costs around 15,000 ISK per person, that is around 9,000 Indian rupees. To get a preferred slot, we recommend to pre-book this activity. After boat tour, you can take a short stroll at lagoon, click some cool photographs, and depending on the season, may watch seals too.
After the lagoon, a 5 minutes walk takes us to Diamond Beach. Here, icebergs melt and float into the ocean, and ocean carries them back to the beach. These ice pieces sparkle like diamonds, giving the beach its name, Diamond Beach. However, the beach looks quite different in reality compared to what you might see on the social media or on Instagram. Depending on the season, you may see very few ice chunks here.
After beach, half an hour of drive will take us to our next location, that is Mulagljufur Canyon, aka Mulagljufur Canyon. This is an offbeat location, so again you will expect very less crowd here. The hike begins after a small detour on a gravel road. The car parking at starting point is free. This hike would be rated as a moderate difficulty. The trail is of about 2 kilometers per side, but it is a very steep trail. Before visiting Iceland, this place just made it to our itinerary in Iceland, but at the end of the trip, this became the highlight of our trip. The reason behind that is we traveled here in the early October, so fortunately nature welcomed us with a snowfall as soon as our hike began. In the beginning of hike, we were able to witness amazing autumn colors. As we moved ahead, the autumn colors started fading away and were replaced with the beautiful snow colors. At the top, it was pure heaven and we were able to witness a very good snowfall. Snow took the experience of this canyon to very next level. At the top, we can see a waterfall, and with snow in the backdrop, the experience there is unexplainable. So if you are planning to visit this place in a similar season, Better go prepared, like we recommend to carry snowproof clothes and snowproof shoes. Overall, we will spend around 3 to 4 hours at this place.
After such a beautiful hike, a 15 minutes drive brings us to our next location, the Fjallsárlón Glacier Lagoon. This lagoon is just as stunning as the Jokulsarlon Glacier Lagoon, but is less popular, meaning you will find a very few people here, allow you to enjoy some peaceful time. It was extremely cold here, but playing with the ice pieces in freezing weather was so much fun. Overall, you can spend around 30 minutes to 1 hour time and enjoy this scenic view. After this place, a 1 hour drive will take us to the last location of the day, which is Hope. So tonight, we'll stay at Hope itself.
Today we traveled 140 kilometers, distance so far 760 kilometers.
In this video, we have covered so many places.
But this is just the beginning.
Yes, we have covered only 5 days so far and there are 10 more days to go.
In this video, we have only covered our journey from Reykjavik to Hope.
I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any question, feel free to message us on Instagram or leave comment on this video. We will be more than happy to answer your questions.
If anyone of your known is planning for Iceland trip, please share this video with them and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. So we will continue our itinerary in our next video, that is from Hope to Reykjavik. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.